Good morning, guys. It is about 6:15. Got up, took my photos. Today's Tuesday, June the 2nd. So Tuesdays are kind of been my check-in days with Cliff. So sent him photos and stuff this morning. My weight was weird. I was 171.7, which is up from Saturday when I checked it at 170.1. So nearly 2 pounds up. I'm not entirely sure why. I'm going to check again tomorrow morning and see. I had kind of one of my bigger meals last night, which could be attributed to some weight, and then it could be just something weird with like water and stuff like that. So I'll check again tomorrow and obviously see what he says today. But anyways, we're getting our pre-workout meal in. We've got our bagel with jam, one rice cake with jam, and 130 grams of chicken. So because we're training this morning, this is the pre-workout meal that I always have before training. So we're getting this in now instead of our kind of normal breakfast of oats and egg whites. So this is the pre-training. Today is back and shoulders. So today's always a fun workout. So I have a work meeting at 10, so I got to make sure I get it done before that. So we'll probably start training around 8, if not a little bit sooner. But yeah, so I'm gonna get this in me, and then we'll start training. Alright, so we just got back from walking the dog. We do that before every workout. So we get up in the morning, have breakfast, and then walk the dog, sip on the pre-workout, and then come back here and train. So obviously gyms are still closed, so I kind of go back and forth between working out inside in our little makeshift home gym and then outside where I have like my bar and my fake stone plates and stuff like that. Unfortunately, it's starting to rain, so I don't want to work out in the rain. The bar is slippery, so it's challenging to hold on to and obviously kind of dangerous. So we're gonna train inside today, and I'm missing deadlifts, barbell rows, and shrugs and pull-ups. So 4 are the main movements today. I'm gonna have to switch up this morning. So we have dumbbell rows already, which I come inside to do. So I'll probably do like some kind of like a Meadows row. If you guys know what that is, I can go a little bit heavy on that if I do one arm at a time. I'll probably do some band rows, and maybe like some band pull downs, like some kind of superset for the lats. And then shoulders is fine because we do that inside. So half the workout will be kind of made up and the rest will be as planned. So anyways, intro workout. I have 1 scoop of the Mammoth EAAs. This is the Fruit Punch Blast flavor. It's very, very good. And then, don't mind the container, I broke the other one, but this is Amino Fast by Blue Star Nutraceuticals. So it has BCAAs in it, but it also has highly branched cyclodextrin, which is a carb, and electrolytes and all kinds of good stuff. So I combine those 2 together and drink that during my workout. So that's what we're gonna do. And yeah, let's get into the workout. I don't know how it's gonna start, so what you see is what I decided on. All right, so we're gonna start with a blast for the lats first. So we're gonna do a band pullover in the door back there, and then superset that with a wide pull down. So really isolating the lats on the pullover and then going right into the pull down where you're a little bit stronger. So we'll do 3 sets, probably around the 15 rep range, hopefully. Next up, we're gonna do a 1-arm dumbbell row, again, targeting the lats. This one I can load heavy on because I have the weight. This was obviously one of the exercises that was supposed to be done, so we'll hit this one now and then go into some other stuff. If Herc will let me in, we're gonna do some band rows with the 2 blue heavy bands down there. Do some sets of 15 to 20 hitting the mid-back. Okay, next up, we're gonna do some Meadows rows. This contraption here will hopefully hold it in place. And then we got 235s and a 20. So we got 90 pounds. We'll see what happens. Back is done. Now we're gonna get into shoulders, starting with lateral raises and front raises. So high rep, high volume. And we're actually gonna band up the lateral raises because I only have 20s and they're not heavy enough to get into like a 15 to 20 rep range. So I band it, so it makes it a little bit harder. All right, guys, finishing up with some rear delts. So doing rear delt fly and upright rows, superset, a couple sets of 15 to 20, and then we're done. Now you see why I didn't train outside. I got stuck in this. So it's 11 o'clock, just opened up the store, get everything ready to go. So every Tuesday we have like a staff meeting, a phone call that we go over all the numbers and just kind of check out, make sure everything's progressing nicely and that we're making good sales and all that kind of stuff. So things are good, which is nice, but I'm friggin' hungry. It's time to have our post-workout meal. So it's been like an hour and a half almost. Now, mind you, after my workout, I do have a scoop and a half of protein with water, but now it's time to have the actual meal, which is not much. It's only 50 grams of Rice Krispies, and in here is another scoop and a half of protein. So it's not much carb-wise, and then scoop and a half of protein, you're about 45 grams of protein. And I actually have a little bit of olive oil in there too for some healthy fats. So basic, but it works. So we're gonna get this in and then get the day started. So we just finished up our second session of cardio. Right now I'm only doing 2 incline treadmill sessions a week, 2 by 20 minutes. So right now we're gonna go over kind of my prep program as of right now. So this morning we checked in, weighed a little bit heavy. Coach Cliff Wilson said that he expected a little bit slower rate of loss. So the first week I dropped I think it was like 3 and change pounds, and then this past week would have been, well, if you go off my 170 weigh-ins like a day or two ago, then I was down almost another 3 pounds. So we're trying to get, a good chunk of weight loss done in the first part of prep. So a little bit different than what I'm used to, but it's because, we're, not that we're short on time, but he wants to make sure we're getting a good leg of prep done pretty quickly. So right now we're doing 6 days are consistent, and then every 7th day we do a high day. So I'm going to just kind of give you a brief rundown. I've got my paperwork here that I put on the fridge. So he just gives me macros to kind of play with as I want. However, if you guys have been following me, I'm more of a kind of a meal plan guy. I like to just follow a pretty consistent schedule day to day. So total calories are around 2,500. Carbs are 237 grams, fat is 55, and protein is 263. Those are not the exact numbers he gave me, but they're within like a couple grams, so that's fine. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 main meals, and then I have my intro workout and then a shake right after training. So I guess 6 meals if you want to count that shake. So that is 6 days of the week, and then like I said, every 7th day we do a high day, which is 450 grams of carbs. I've got my notes here at 448. 58 gram of fat, so fat's pretty much the same, and then protein drops a little bit to 248. So calories then go from like 2,500 to 33, so that's that every 7th day. Food choices are pretty much the same across all days, even with the high day. The only really difference is in my post-workout meal, I get a Rice Krispie square, which is nice, and then in meal 5, instead of it being lean ground beef, potato, and vegetables, I fit in a burger. So the bun that I use is consistent. It's a pretzel bun from Costco, and then potatoes is the same, and then really it's the same ground beef, just in a patty versus like lean ground beef, and then I have some rice cakes with that as well for extra carbs. And then carbs are a little bit higher on this day in other meals as well. Like I have more oats, a little bit more rice, and that kind of stuff, but food choices across the week are pretty much the same. So that's just how I personally like to prep. I'm not against, fitting your macros in with different food choices, but I personally prefer like consistency and that kind of stuff. It just makes things easier for me mentally, but also like prep wise, it's super convenient. So that's the thing right now, guys, as far as food goes. Like I said, 2 cardio sessions, and this past weekend was 21 weeks out. I'm gonna weigh in again tomorrow morning and hopefully be back down. Just that weigh-in was weird, that I was up nearly 2 pounds from being down on the weekend. So so we made a little bit of adjustment today. When I checked in, he dropped my calories a little bit, but it was only like, I don't even think it was 100 calories. It was just some carbs, but it is what it is, prep life. So I just wanted to update you guys on how things are going with prep and how we're structuring things and stuff. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please give it a like and subscribe, and stay in touch because we are prepping. Fingers crossed, October 24th it goes through. So thanks for watching, guys. If you like the video, please like it and subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next one.